Okay, guys, Bath have done it. They have beaten Lyon in the Challenge Cup final, 37-12. This is a big moment for Bath Rugby. This is a big moment for Premiership Rugby, English Rugby, and I want to break down the game right here. So before I continue, please like and subscribe. And guys, what a bloody performance. What a performance by Bath. What a performance by Finn Russell. What a brilliant performance by Ben Spencer, who got man of the match. He worked the game. He controlled the game brilliantly. Perfect game management. His distribution was on point. He was everywhere. The guy was just an absolute monster and deserved that man of the match award. I mean, Finn Russell was up there. Yes, he did. He had a little bit of moments, but he had a spectacular game. He had an absolutely spectacular game. Bath deserved this. Honestly, if you guys did watch my previous video, I said Bath are gonna win by a couple tries. Right? I was expecting Lyon to get around the 20 mark on a different day. We definitely could have seen it. You look at the obstruction for, I think it was the try that Lyon scored on the 35th minute after the line out. Honestly, I feel it was a clear obstruction. I don't know what you guys have to say about that. For me, it looks like clear obstruction and didn't deserve to be a try, but that could have changed everything. That really could have changed everything. So, look, Bath with a better team today. Lyon deserves some serious credit because they put in a brilliant performance. They actually dominated Bath in certain aspects. So in terms of passing, they actually did 134 to Bath's 109. Ball carries, they have 110 to Bath's 96. Post contact meters, 192 to Bath's 187. And they actually had a better tackle completion rate of, I think it was around 91%, where Bath only had around 86%. So you gotta give Lyon props to the performance that they had, because this was no joke. Bath is not an easy team to play, not by any stretch of the imagination. Bath is a very difficult team because not only that, they have some serious depth in their squad, which is something that Lyon do not have. So, considering the performance that was put in by Lyon, you just have to give them credit for how they played. Honestly, I feel the scoreline does not reflect how well they played, straight up. But honestly, Bath deserved the win. They really did deserve the win. But how can you compete when you have players like, let's break it down. So you have players like Thomas du Toit, Guy Pepper, Barbary, who put in a bloody brilliant performance. Francois van Veek, another, again, 61st minute comes in, brilliant performance. Carl Donahue came in a little bit late. But yeah, Neil Annett coming in for Tom Dunn, brilliant performance. And honestly, this was a game to watch. This really was a game to watch, because Bath, I'm not going to say they put in a masterclass, because Lyon made them work for every single thing. But the one thing that Bath did very good is they made the most out of every single chance. Was Lyon, they conceded 12 penalties to Bath 6, and they really made the most out of every single opportunity. They made the most out of every single scrum, every single lineup, winning 100% of them. That is not something that you just do. 8 scrums, 100%. I can't remember how many lineouts there were, but again, Bath won every single one of those lineouts. They were just there. And even with Lyon having a better ruck speed, so getting to the rucks, they were actually superior to Bath. What Bath was able to do when it came down to it was the difference. Bath dominated with dominant tackles. They dominated with turnovers won. They that back row just performed. Ted Hill, Underhill, Reed, They just performed. And then you have the brilliant kicking game of Finn Russell, which the guy, he is a maestro. When his personality isn't affecting him, right? The guy is phenomenal. And this is the thing that Bath brought him in for, to win trophies. And this is a sheer fact of his quality, because not only his ability, and we saw his ability to control the game, to use his kicking effectively, we also saw how he manages to bring others into the game and make them better, because he is making other players play better because of the level that he is playing at. So yes, Bath have serious players, but having a player like Finn Russell, that star player, it just takes them up that extra notch. And honestly, I am so happy to see Bath win. I'm so happy to see an English team win the Challenge Cup. It's just like I was jumping when when that final whistle went, because there was that battle. Obviously, we saw there was no way. There was no way Lyon was coming back. There just wasn't any way that they were going to be coming back from this. The game was pretty much won early gates. But Bath put in a very defensively solid performance. Lyon, they just weren't able to crack that defense at times, where sometimes they were just so smooth, they were so clean. And then others, they just they looked flat, right? At points, there were just no speed. They were fumbling. They just looked broken. And this is something you cannot look broken up against Bath, because otherwise they are going to make you hurt. And they're going to make you hurt a lot, especially when they have players like Will Stewart, when they have players like Thomas du Toit, Francois van Fake. They are going to make you hurt. And Sam Underhill made a lot of people hurt. I'll tell you that now. Whether he should still be on the field is a different story, but he made a lot of people hurt, and big time. So honestly, I'm so happy for Bath. Looking at the performances, Ben Spencer ran Lyon ragged. This goes to show his quality. He ran them ragged. That back row was just on form. They were just better. But this is the thing. They were better at using the ball when it was needed most. When Bath had the ball, they made things happen. I cannot say the same for Lyon. Lyon had brilliant performances by certain players. Other players went missing. They didn't have that drive. They didn't have that oomph to them, right? Now, also, you got to take in consideration the form that Lyon has come into. But honestly, this was a one-sided game. This really was a one-sided game, even though Lyon had moments of that spark, that oomph, that just like that. Ooh, yeah, something's gonna happen. They would just fizzle out. They started so brilliantly. When I saw them come straight out with that energy and just pushing and pushing and pushing, I was like, ooh, I've no, whoa, what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen here? I think it was Dumortier. Was it? Yeah, Dumortier. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name. It was Dumortier. Second minute, bangs in a try. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a long night for Bath if they don't change things. If they don't change things, it's going to be a very, very long night. But then that pressure, that work rate. And then Dunn comes in on the 19th minute and says, not today. Not today. And obviously Finn Russell, he converts as normal, putting it 10-5. It was just one of those performances. It was just one of those performances. But looking at some stats, I mean, we look at Finn Russell, 17 points, 2 turnovers, 1. We have Will Butt, 2 line breaks, 6 defenders beaten. Quinn Rue, 15 tackles completed. Rue was, again, an absolute monster. Like, he made some big hits, big hits. And then obviously Ben Spencer as the last try scorer. But honestly, it was just, it really was just beautiful. It was a beautiful game. And I can't say it was a run out by Bath. If you were to look at the scoreline, you'd probably say it was a run out, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Lyon actually put in a pretty good performance, but they went missing at times, which ultimately cost them the game. Too many mistakes. Too many mistakes when it mattered most. And this is what I was saying, especially in terms of Lyon before. They like to lose possession in the worst places. I mean, Bath, they spent most of the time that I think they spent 44% of their possession in Lyon's 22. What does that say? When majority of the possession that you hold are in your opponent's 22, that's showing dominance there. So, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think Lyon deserved more out of this game? There's a couple of the refs' decisions were a little bit but guys, what a performance. Finn Russell. And just big up Bath. Even as a Saints fan, well done, Bath. I can't wait to watch the game tomorrow. If we can have 2 English champions, oh, heaven. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.